Hello, you. Jump in for quick storytelling. Okay. Um, I remember one day I was in a room, my previous apartment. I was in my room. I was sitting and just watching, looking at the horizon, right? And I probably got in a meditative state without knowing, because that's always how it happens. I'm, I'm not deliberately meditating, but I'm just calm and my mind is on pause, and then something happens. So I don't do that on purpose, it happens. So that day, I'm sitting and that was exactly what I was doing. And I just feel like a presence in my room, and I ask the presence, who are you? Like, who is here? And it was Jesus. Okay, now mind you, I don't identify as a religious person anymore. I have no level. What's wrong with me today? Blah blah. I have no level, so to say. I am that I am. Period. Okay. Um. So, and the presence tells me it's Jesus, and I just smile. Because when you speak telepathically with a being, whatever being that comes um, in your sphere, yeah, you speak with the mind. You ask a question. It's not like talking, so they know what you're thinking. So as soon as he said, Jesus, I smiled, and in my head, I was telling him, without telling him, that was my thought, but the answer is my thought. I told him, I haven't forgotten you. And he's like, I know you haven't forgotten me. Just know that anytime you need my help, you can call me, and I'll come to you. I'm still there for you, because eventually, I love Jesus. Trust me. Jesus, Jesus, he's like a big brother to me. So I know I can come to him and ask him, anything. People who pray, it's not because I don't identify as a religious person anymore. That I think people who pray Jesus have a no. You can pray to whoever you want. There are so many beings, light beings, that can direct and guide us on this journey of life here on earth. And Jesus is one ascended master. Well, let me go back to my story. Jesus came in my room. I asked who it is. He said it was Jesus. And then in my head, I was like, I didn't forget you. He told me, I know. I just wanted to let you know that if you need anything, you can still ask me and I'll be there for you. And I was like, yeah, sure. And he just smiled, like I could see, you don't see with your natural eyes, you see him. I could see his smile, and I smiled back. He said, okay, have a good time, bye. And he left. That was it. For people who have questions, it's a masculine energy. It wasn't just an energy that I can identify. No, it was a masculine energy in my room, filled with love. Like most people who have encountered his presence, is the same testimony. Always filled with love. He's a loving man. Filled with love. He was just coming and let me know, hey, I'm still here anytime. I was like, yeah. He was like, I know. Yeah. Another thing he said, when he told me, you can always, no, when I said I haven't forgotten you, he said, I know, it's okay, now you're like something like, now you're flying with your own wings, you know yourself, and it's fine. I'm just letting you know that even if I'm not your first person you go to, because now you follow yourself. You know better. Because I still have more to know, but since now you know better yourself, you know yourself better, it's good. It's actually good. But just know, if anytime you need me, I'm there for you. And I smiled. I was like, okay, thank you. So okay, bye. I know for a fact Jesus has a huge sense of humor. Some of you will be surprised when, well, when you transition and you actually meet him. He has a huge sense of humor. He's like always joyful, and he's just like chill. Yeah, and that was a great experience. And then when he left, my mind was like, hey, you just spoke to Jesus. That was cool. I remember when I was religious, I had to do like a whole ceremony, literally, because in my head at the time, you don't necessarily, I'm gonna speak for me. I didn't necessarily see like he's already there. You can speak to him like I'm speaking to you guys. You don't need to whatever, he's there. So yeah, and since then, of course, anytime I feel like asking any random question, I just ask him, and he's like, yeah, I'm here, because there's no time there. They can appear at different places to multiple people. So yeah, that was my little storytelling for the day. I hope you enjoyed it, and until I see you on the next video, don't forget to stay authentic and shine your